So let's see, a couple slides. So talking about the platform managing, the first thing that you'll become very familiar with when you're building applications is you get a very rich dashboard, which is in the cloud. And so once you deploy your app, you can continuously go and monitor and see how the performance is, go through the logs. You can look at the data, you can look at your various other things like task views and so forth. So in this sense, it's very, I would say, a rich experience for how you can completely have a good handle on your application once it's deployed. And even it's historical as well. So you can go out through history and see how the application's health has continued to perform throughout a segment of time. And now, talking about tools, first of all, I mean, in general, App Engine has always been available as command line tools. So you can definitely jump in and do everything command line if you want to. But there are some handy tools that come in handy in the sense that you can have this nifty little Google App Engine launcher. So if you want to very quickly fire up or create a brand new application and then turn it on, essentially in the local server, have some quick buttons to where you might want to jump to the dashboard, or you might want to go to the local console, which is like another local version of the dashboard, or likewise if you want to just click the button and deploy the application. So this is all meant to essentially ease your development process and get you going fairly quickly. I did mention the development console. So this is kind of like a dashboard, but for your local running instance. So when you're debugging your application, before you even deploy it to the cloud, you have a nice, fairly rich console that you can go through and manage both your local version of your data store. You can work and check out your local view of your Memcache, cron jobs, and so forth. And then, of course, how many people here are Java or Eclipse users? Okay, so that's good to know. So if you're comfortable with Eclipse, there is a very good tool that you can use, and that really essentially makes your Java App Engine development a lot easier in that sense. So, just doing simple things like creating a brand new application, you can run it with a local server very easily, and then right-click and then quickly deploy it to the cloud. How are we doing on time? Yeah, almost there. I'm not going to go through every single line here, but I think the main thing you can see is that over a fairly short course of time, a number of key technologies have been integrated into the App Engine platform. And we anticipate a continued, very aggressive schedule for the next foreseeable time, as the App Engine is continuing to evolve and getting better and stronger, with a lot of very cool features continuously being added onto it. So if there's anything that you are wishing for today, don't worry, it's probably in the pipeline already. Okay, so with that, Wes and I are going to do a little bit of tag team on just showing some of the different stuff there, and I don't know if you want to jump into it, or if you want to do it, or
I can start.
Okay, so Wes is going to jump in and just show a few things, and I'll show a little bit of the Java side. So I'll show you essentially how to build some apps, and then I'll kind of zero in a little bit on some of the code stuff that we prepared for you.
Okay, so Chris was just showing the launcher, and I just want to give a quick demo of how you can get started really, really quickly. So once you download it and install it, you'll be able to pull up the launcher and to start a new project. It's just as easy as doing a new application. Just type in your app, and then off you go, and a directory is made for you. You can see that creates 3 files. You can't see it if I don't line it pretty easily. So these are the 3 main files that you have. Then to start up, you can see what it does. Let me just show you really quickly. The config file looks like this. And the default application that you get is just a simple hello world. And you can actually start it up pretty quickly by just going to a launcher, clicking run, waiting for it to come on, and then immediately pop up in the browser, and you can see that hello world is there. And you can make changes pretty quickly as well. Just go down to your code, do something like H1 here, and then refresh, and then changes reflected right away. So you can get something as simple as this all the way to something that's also pretty simple, and that is, I have another app here. So this gets into the chat app that Chris was mentioning earlier. So what this thing does is It is a chat bot so that you can IM this guy and it'll respond back to you. So this little application here, oops, let's look at a simpler version of it that you can actually read. Okay, so window. So down here, it's just a simple app bot that will take an instant message that you send and it'll just reply back to you, I got your message, and return back whatever it is that you type to the server. So I have my Gtalk running. Okay, so here's my test server, and if I just type anything, hello, oops, yeah, it responds back pretty quickly. So you can actually write a chat bot. All right, so this is an example of what you can do using App Engine within